Moni.
Good morning.
Boy, do we have a show for you this morning.
Yeah. But first, I'm about to try the
Pop-Tart.
Pop-Tart creamer. I had this coffee sitting for a second.
Yeah.
I was waiting to try.
And I got Twix, the candy bar Twix.
Not a lot of flavor.
I can taste the Twix.
Can you?
Yeah, but I only used one Splenda when normally I'd use 4.
He's rationing.
Yeah, I'm trying to be healthier.
Is that what it is?
I forgot to buy some. But as most of you guys know, I would assume.
Would that be too loud?
Oh no, I've done it before, but we'll turn it off.
Trying to make the audio good for you guys.
Space heaters, guys. As most of y'all guys know, we've had issues for a while. We put out a video on the Crockers about cyberbullying. We've had to talk about it before, all the cyberbullying stuff. Well, Pure Living for Life put a video out yesterday. It's an hour and a half. It's a long watch. It's worth watching.
Definitely.
It has a lot of names, unfortunately, that we know of and have dealt with.
And I'm sure, you guys will know the names as well. Just if you read comments, which is wild.
Yeah, we don't even need to mention the names. Y'all would just probably get it. But we watched and we just had to keep pausing and just be like, holy cow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I wonder how long it took us to watch, because we
probably 2.5 hours.
We did keep pausing and then
Yeah. Actually, it was 2 hours because we got off the live chat and then we watched and it was about 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
So about 2 hours and all the dots were out there.
Yeah.
And they just started getting connected. And the crazy thing is for me, at least, part of it is I got suckered into it.
Well, that's what, their whole thing was saying.
Well, yeah.
Everybody.
We're all victims.
Yeah. And then you guys are victims.
Yeah.
These creators are victims.
The people that go into these hate groups and then start commenting and stuff, they're the victims to it.
Yes.
And what's crazy is
we look at them as haters, but they're truly victims as well.
They got sucked into it. So if you're watching this and you're a hater that we called a hater for a while, seriously, think about it.
Yes.
This is my time to just say, I apologize to anyone out there that's a hater. Well, a hater that we called a hater. I hope we can maybe mend things. When you find out that we're all getting duped and we're all getting there's this main thing getting everyone to fight with each other and causing all this stuff. Literally, their video, what they said was just everything that we've dealt with.
Yes.
And they'll go into these videos and be like, oh, they're having relationship problems, they're having this, and they'll have this little egg, they'll plant this egg, and then it hatches, and then all these little things come out, and then that's when the haters come out, and they start bringing these rumors over, and that's not just our channel, they've done it to a lot of channels.
And all it takes is that egg or seed or whatever to be planted.
It was seed is what I was thinking, I could think of it.
By this one person too, and we've recognized and we've known that there'll be a massive thread, just like Pure Living for Life has said, that is one person just talking to this whatever to make it appear that it is a bunch of people, and if you go on and you read it, and it's very easy for that seed at that point
just take off.
Yes. And get everybody is one of the victims of this.
Yeah. And I mean, I kind of got to sneeze, but
was that a sneeze?
Well,
oh.
I didn't want to completely sneeze because I might fart. But I haven't pooped yet. That's a real thing, y'all know. But the thing that it's just crazy, watching it, and then people were it it's deep.
Mm-hmm.
It runs deep, and it's bigger. Like, we thought we just had people against us for stuff that we did.
Yeah.
And what's crazy is, and this is the thing that you guys will start to realize that we talked about, is, you know how we said, like, trespassers, people wanted to find us at Walmart, people were trying to come out here, people were trying to put our address online, like, all this stuff. Well, this one person setting the seed up, and I forgot what they call it, like the no-touch bullying or something, torture, no-touch torture.
Yeah.
So this person setting all these seeds being like, hey, you live local, go. I'll give you the address, go.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you which Walmart it is and what time they're going, go. So they're getting, this person that's screwed up in the head is getting local people to go do the dirty work so that person's not getting in trouble. And then to say if...
And then it comes back and gets the information to that. Like, it's...
Literally. Like, they had so much proof that people were going and getting proof and then giving it back to that person, and then that person sets another seed.
It's wild.
Yeah, so all I'm saying is, if there's a hater out there that we've had issues with, or, you know, we've commented back to you guys in the past or whatever, like, this needs to be settled. Y'all need to realize y'all got duped. We realize we got duped. It's all the same people or the same group or person or whatever doing this and making people go out and do these things.
And just like to spread rumors, and then it catches on.
Yeah.
And it, again, kind of like what you said, a very easy example is there's like a common theme that we aren't together.
Yeah, that we're having relationship problems. Yeah.
All that, and then it comes over, it kind of a little bit, but that's all it kind of takes is a little bit here and there.
Yeah.
And you kind of see those comments.
And so much so that if I wasn't using this mug, they started making rumors saying we're not together anymore because I was using that mug or the other mug instead of her mug.
And but in reality, kind of, it's ridiculous, but it's just easy for that to kind of start going.
Yeah. So, I don't know. It's wild. And then there's a lot of stuff that I watched that I was just like, I had problems with viewers that were viewers for a long time. I had problems with new viewers. I had problems with family. I had problems with all sorts of things with friends that I had because of, like, it just played out. It was my last 3 years or however long I've been in Oklahoma played out in front of me in an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And the last 2 years of your life doing YouTube played out on there.
Again, because I'm newer to you too.
Yeah.
I've been in this 2 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was spot on. It's wild.
Yeah.
And again, they just have, Pure Living for Life has all of my respect for putting their necks out and doing this and putting it together in that way that's hard.
Oh, and they can just, they're literally, even though they were off YouTube for 2 years, there's a chance that their YouTube's done after this. Done, like, for good because of how much hate they can get, how much, I mean, luckily, I'll just say this. I thought what we were going through was bad.
Oh.
They've gone through, well, they're trying to get their children taken away, people literally coming up and knocking on their door, people showing up, like, so much so that they were in these threads, they knew people were coming. And they would call the cops, and they would have a cop already there waiting, so when the person showed up, they would come out with the cop and have to deal with it. Like,
I couldn't imagine living like that.
No.
Like, the amount, like, again, it's torture.
It is.
Truly
And that
is. And, like, I thought this kind of was bad, what we deal with.
Like, so much so that just the other day, there was a truck out front. And I filmed it all and everything because I didn't know what was going on. There was a truck right in front of our gate, and I said, this was right after the cyberbully video. And I said, oh, heck no. Heck no. I grabbed pew-pew protections and my camera, and I went on the side-by-side, and I hauled Bud up there, and I'm filming. And then that truck takes off. I said, oh, hell no. So I went out the front and I turned or whatever, and it ended up being a dump truck. But just the fact that I had to think that and think, who is this? What are they doing? You know, all that. So,
well, like on the original Off-Grid property, you had a bunch of problems with people showing up.
They would show up at 2 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, during the day, just all the time. Like, I mean, it was nonstop. And we're not talking about someone that shows up to it recently. We're not there anymore. It's not what we're talking about.
Oh.
But I'm talking about when I lived there, I had issues. So much so that they would just park at night with their lights on in front of my house, and there was nothing I could do about it because technically I had property on both sides of the roadway. It was literally a path, but it was a roadway, so technically there was nothing I could do to stop
Which
them.
is like right in the middle.
And that's
right in the middle.
And that's exactly what happened to Pure Living for Life. People would drive by the road because technically you can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it got bad, and I don't know. It's sad that, like, if I could just, I don't know. It's one of those moments where it's like, I wish I was the only one dealing with this, and I'd be willing to accept it, and I'd be like, just put all that hate on us. We'll take it so no one else has to. But we got off good compared to other people. And, I mean, it's wild. Like, it's absolutely wild. And then, unfortunately, other channels kind of became hate to other channels. Other viewers became hate to other viewers. Other people were spreading rumors.
It's just that seed. And,
yeah.
I mean, I'll be honest, too. My dad got caught up in it too, and I have relationship issues with my dad because he's gone, and this was a while ago, read comments or whatever, and that seed was planted in his head.
And the same thing with my family.
Yeah, truly. So it is wild how much it actually affects.
Mm-hmm.
So I know a lot of people are like, don't want to hear about the drama or anything like that. But
it's more than drama.
It's more, and it runs deep, and it's something that
affected our lives.
It affects. Yeah, I guess now
but it didn't help. You know, it made things rough for a while, and now, I mean, again, even if this is the thing, I guess, on my end, and I think we're probably gonna do a podcast and go real deep on this.
Yeah.
For anyone that's like super interested, and I promise we won't do Coffee Crockers all the time about this or anything.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to remember where I was going with this. Dang it, I don't remember.
Dang. I don't know, kind of what I was saying though is we do talk about this stuff every now and then. We don't even talk about how, again, deep it affects us and stuff like that. But again, it's our lives. This is a show about our lives.
Yeah. Oh, I think what I was going to say is now that I know what's really going on and what's really happening, and these channels that are literally created with our videos and fake voiceovers, and there's a bunch of hate in it and all that stuff, I don't really care anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, I'm not going to click on none of their stuff. It's been a while. I don't do any of that, but for a while, it ate me alive. And I think you guys saw that, and you guys saw our videos to where it was just like, guys, quit talking about the haters. Just do videos. Mm-hmm. Well, when it affects our lives so much that our family and friends, and I mean, I've lost friends that run other channels and stuff with family, like, it ran deep. And when it affects you that much, you can't do anything but think about it.
Truly.
And unfortunately for you guys, but thank God a lot of y'all are very loyal to us and our lives, that y'all are willing to be the shoulder for us to cry on or to listen.
Yeah, I mean,
really. Because y'all, I mean, this is the thing too that I don't think a lot of people realize. Like, Coffee the Crockers is almost like a therapy. It's almost like a one-way talk until y'all comment back, and then a lot of y'all are like, don't worry about it, and that helps a lot more than you guys know. And so, like, a lot of times, as you guys know, I talk a lot, and this is my way of getting it out. And sometimes it's like, to put it in perspective for you guys, is if you're mad at someone and you write this long text and you get it all out and you write it all out, and then you're like, it's not worth it, I'm going to delete it. Just getting it out helps. And for me, that's, I wake up in the morning, if we're not together and we're split up because she doesn't love me anymore. But if I'm out here by myself, and that's a way for me just to wake up, kind of get it off my chest and move on with my day. Mm-hmm. And if, we talk off camera stuff about all this and just everything, but I just, like, at this point now that I know how it's all worked and is working, it's not going to affect me anymore. Because I realize the haters that we have that are literally, you know, saying that they're going to find us, they're going to come to our house, they're going to come to Walmart, they're going to do all this stuff.
They're victims.
They're victims as well. And if they ever come across us in town or show up or whatever, I feel like I have the mindset now of being like, dude, let's talk this out, rather than like, you better get out of my face. Yeah. Because if someone showed up in public in my face and tried to do stuff, or especially at our gate, or especially on our property, I would lose my mind. Like, it would just...
It would not be good.
You're crossing a line. But now I feel like after watching that, I could be like, look, you don't understand why. I would be like, explain why you're doing this. And they probably wouldn't even know why. They got duped into it just like we did. And I feel like, because Pure Living for Life, and again, I don't know them and they don't know me. All we know is some emails back and forth over the last 2 weeks or whatever it's been.
Yeah.
Other than that, I watched some of their videos back in the day. They may have seen some of the Crocker videos. I don't know. But other than that, we don't know each other for nothing.
Yeah.
But the fact that they were willing to put their necks on the line and put this out there, even if it doesn't stop that stuff,
it just says so much about them.
Well, it does, but it's stopping it for us.
Yeah.
Because now, in my head, I'm like, it's over.
Yeah.
It's done. I know what's causing it. I know the issues. I know what's going on. It's done. I don't have to think about it anymore. And if someone does show up or someone does something, I feel like I could be in the right mindset to handle that. And that's just so much weight off my shoulders.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
I truly wish... Actually, I don't wish, but it's a hard thing to understand. Even, I don't know, it's a hard thing to understand if you're not in it.
It is.
And because even, like, trying to explain to people at work or friends, it's like, I start talking and I'm like, I can't even explain this, actually. So it is something, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's been some crap.
Yeah.
But now it does feel a lot better.
It does, because yeah, it's like, I don't know. Like, I'm trying to think of like ways to make it to where y'all can realize kind of how we feel, but Sawyer's with his dog food. But I don't know. All I'm saying is, and I'll probably title it like, this is the end of the haters. There's no more, or something. Because I want it to draw y'all's attention, and I want this message to be out there. One, to you loyal subscribers and viewers and friends and family that have just literally become our family over the years. And
again, like you said, like, our support through this hard time, like, you truly have no idea.
Yeah.
You have no idea how much it means.
Yeah.
Like, I can't put it into words.
I don't know. It's weird. And again, like, we watched the video last night. We kept pausing it. We were looking at the names. We were looking at comments. And we're like, everything that happened to us happened to them. Like, crazy. And I've talked to other people off of YouTube. Well, they have YouTube channels, but off of YouTube, they've dealt with the same stuff. And
like, massive channels.
Yeah. And so the fact that we're not alone in this, and what's weird is we're like the small ones compared to these other people, and the fact that they were coming at us and going at them just shows no one was safe.
No one.
And it's not just the fact that, we were problems. And here's another thing too, and it's like, I don't want anyone to think, I'm sure haters aren't watching at this point anyways, but I don't want anyone to think that I'm trying to make this as an excuse for stuff that I did. I know, and we've talked about it, like, I know what I've done wrong. I know stuff that I shouldn't have done. I know ways I handle things that I shouldn't have handled it, and stuff like that. But now, I'm curious, because it's too hard to go back, how many people of these haters went to these other channels and planted seeds in our stuff,
and just
that made us butt heads.
Yeah.
That's what's crazy. And it's like, because anytime I was friends with anyone on YouTube, it was friends, done. And it was never a long drawn out thing. It was just we're friends, done. And part of that was on my end, and part of that's on their end of the different channels. But what made that happen? And well, so that's what's crazy.
They talked about as well. They did kind of very lightly that the community squabbles, truly, because they connected everything too.
Yeah.
It comes from, again, those like seeds planted here and there, and then boom.
Yeah, they literally have us fighting each other. For why? Why? What's the point?
Yeah, again, everybody's victims here.
Yeah, and also, at the end of the day, again, I know the way I acted, and I know the way I just reacted real fast and stuff, and there's other people out there that you don't even know dealt with stuff because they didn't put it in videos.
Yeah.
And I wish I had that approach, but I'm also the type that I'll wear my heart on my sleeve, and that's good and bad. You know, you literally know how I'm feeling that day and what's going on.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't regret that because it's just who I am, and I don't want to like censor who I am, but at the same time, if I could have stood back and reflected on it a little more, it probably could have been handled different. Now, I probably would have felt like I was getting walked over, you know, or walked on by a lot of people, but at the end of the day, I would rather felt like I got walked on and I could be good with my self-conscience, you know, or whatever, than to like put it out there. And I don't know, it's what's crazy. Like with I'm watching the video and I'm like, these people ruined my reputation. But then I ruined my reputation by my response to it. So it's like, I know my faults, but also seeing this stuff play out, it's a mind.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, we are like responsible for our own actions.
Yeah.
My mom loves that one. I was told that.
And you also get what you get and don't throw a fit.
So again, we're not making excuses.
Yeah.
But at the same rate,
it's very weird to see.
And it's like, I guess it puts it in perspective for you guys too, or you guys can connect the dots as well.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this was what was going on.
Especially if you watch that video and you start looking at the names of the comments. That's what really puts it together. The name of these channels that were put out.
Yeah, it's like, there's like, but I'm like, wow, I've gotten in comments with this person before, with this person before, this person.
And what's crazy is
they're blocked now.
Yeah, but a lot of the video, and it was more towards the end, Jason Crocker, the Crockers, Crocker Twin Creations. It was all this stuff that was like, they're putting my name all over this, which is crazy, but it's also like verifying everything that I dealt with, and we didn't tell them to make this. We didn't tell them to make this video. They're doing this stuff on their own. You know, they're the ones doing research. They have asked questions. You know, they like their first video is like, if anyone out there has had a problem. So I emailed them and I told them certain things, and then they started doing their research on it and being like, whoa, the same people are doing this. And that's what's crazy. And then even like the hate channel that does all the videos about us and stuff, they have changed their name on there probably 5 or 6 times over the last year. They changed their artwork on there. They changed all of that.
When we get screenshots to like...
Oh, we have screenshots of every name, every artwork, all of that.
Or when it comes to doing something, it's like they change it, so it's like, no, that's not us. Or
and then, so if you search, so if you search that name, it's not going to pop up. But it's pretty obvious. If you could still search that name, and the new channel will pop, or the channel will pop up, but it'll just be a different name. And then they'll constantly delete their videos, put new videos. I think in 1 day or 2 days, they posted 24 videos about us. And then
again, just to try and plant seeds for you guys to hate on us and other. It's just.
And on that, they've gone to Brandon's channel. They've gone to Paragon Ridge Ranch. They go to Oklahoma Adrenaline Life. They went to Oklahoma Adrenaline Life's podcast. Anybody that's connected with this is what they're trying to do. They're trying to go to those people and be like, if you hang out with the Crockers, you're going to lose all your subscribers, you're going to do this, you're going to go down. They want those people to not be friends with us. And now, when they do that, how many other channels aren't friends with me anymore
Yeah.
because of stuff like that.
So
It just puts all the pieces together, and it's crazy. And thank God, I feel like we're surrounded with good people, people that know who we truly are.
yeah.
I'm talking about channels and stuff, but then also viewers. Again, the support and stuff. Thank God that y'all can see through it and y'all realize, hey, maybe Jason shouldn't have done that video,
Yeah.
but I understand.
Yeah, and then again, some of the closest people in our life,
Yeah.
they didn't take time to reflect, and they let that seed sit and plant. And
Yeah.
I
And then
don't know.
that starts arguments, and then that starts a problem. And that's sad at the end of the day whenever you're losing people in your life because of internet trolls.
Yeah, it's wild,
Yeah.
but
I don't know. I could talk all day about
all day.
this.
But again, this is we probably won't talk about it again on here.
No. If we do anything again, it'll be on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
That's our place to just be unleashed, say what we want,
Hey.
and all that stuff. But this is my promise to you guys. I'm going to try my hardest to not talk about haters anymore, to not bring up that stuff, to not let any of that stuff mess with me. Now, again, it's a promise that I'm going to try. There might be times that it gets the best of me, but I will honestly try. And you guys know that we talked about this. We want to be the best version of who we are.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it took a channel posting all this stuff. Half the video I felt like was about us.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, just similar. Like, it's the same things.
well, I mean, screenshots of our stuff.
Yeah.
And to physically see it on someone else's thing and their point of view on it,
It's just it makes you feel better. I don't know.
Yeah, it was a very therapeutical thing, I guess, if you want to call it that. I don't know. I don't know.
So.
It just put me in a better place with it, and I feel like I can handle it better now, and I know where this is coming from. And if someone attacks me, it's just gonna roll off. I don't care,
Yeah.
So I don't know. I've said this. I've talked to you about it. I've talked to y'all about it. I talked to Brandon, and I just said there's something I just feel it about this year. This is a big year. A lot of stuff's happening. A lot of stuff's gonna happen, and I feel like it's just a big year. And I think starting the year out with this mindset, seeing all this stuff come to light, I feel like I could see that now. I could see it's not always like the channel's gonna blow up or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Just like starting the year
with a redemption, almost.
Well, I wasn't gonna say that.
Yeah.
No, but more of I mean that and
mindset.
like a I don't know the right word, like a refresh or something. I guess I don't know, but yeah, it's there's justification in it. There's the redemption of it, and then there's the refresh start or whatever you want to call it. It is, I don't know. It feels good.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to put it in words. It just feels good, and again, I think it's the longest Talk the Chargers we've done in a minute.
Yeah.
And we just kind of wanted to get it out there and let you guys know kind of what happened. If you guys want to watch the video, just search Pure Lynn for Life. It's our latest video, and again, I feel like we're on to something good here. I feel like a lot of behind the scenes. We've done a lot of stuff. We have a lot of stuff coming. A lot of work's getting done behind the scenes. It's just we haven't pumped out the videos for it. I think you guys will see here shortly.
Why?
A lot of stuff is going to start coming out, and then we'll keep you more relevant on what's going on.
Yeah.
And it's going to be back to what it was. It just took time to get ourselves in line, and now we're back. So
Yeah.
it feels effing amazing. It does. It just feels so refreshing.
Yeah.
It's weird. I don't even know how to describe it. Like, it's crazy. I don't know.
Refreshing,
It
yeah.
does, yeah.
Truly.
So we're gonna go on with our day, get
Yeah.
some stuff done.
I'm gonna be breaking out. I'm gonna be doing some work with that electric chainsaw today.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna go knock some stuff out, do all that, warm up. It is chilly, but yesterday warmed up quite a bit. Not in your standards.
No.
But it was in the it was like 22 degrees when I woke up, and it got into like the 50s or something. I think that felt great.
In town where I was,
Yeah.
it was still 30s.
Yeah.
And then I came out here and it was still cold. But
Yeah. But
anyway.
yeah. If you made it this far, holy cow, we appreciate it.
Yeah.
Again, we always say this and stuff. Like, if you made it this far, you're probably one of the real ones.
Yeah.
You really support us and stuff, and it just means the world to us. And I hope that this video like shows that. And
yeah. Again, there's no words to truly like express it, but just know from absolutely the bottom of our heart, like,
yeah,
it is a huge deal whenever we lose support from the closest people to us.
And then you guys are there.
You just thank you. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's huge. It means so much.
Yeah, it's crazy. So, I mean, we'll end it on that. Hopefully, you guys have a great weekend. We're gonna try to get this video uploaded, and on
that Wi-Fi. What's up?
Yeah, it may come out a little late, but who cares?
Yeah.
I think it's a good video. So, catch you on the next one.